Productivity is literally going to chase you down after you do this. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Cozy Morning Podcast. I'm your host, Michaela, and I'm so excited that you're here. I just am so excited for what the future holds. I started a new business venture, and you guys are eating it up, and I am so excited. So we're going to get into it a little bit today, but I do want to say that we are halfway through our Cozy Girl Guide to Productivity, and I think today's episode is going to be my favorite because it's making your productivity space cozy, making your workspace cozy, and all the things, and I'm so excited for it. So we're gonna hop right into it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna make our space cozy, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited that you're going to have a good cozy workspace or hobby space. So we've talked about staying motivated without getting burnt out, and we've also talked about taking back control of our time. So today is making our workspace / hobby space cozy and a place where you can either be productive or you can be productive after you've been in that space, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to get started. This is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. I want to actually have like a little interactive moment where you guys tag me on your cozy workspaces on Instagram. I think that would be so fun and so cool. Or I don't know, can you like post photos on the comments on YouTube? Because maybe you could do that. I don't know if you can do it on Spotify or Apple, but it's whatever. I just think it would be cool. I think that it would be a nice little community building exercise. So if you follow me on Instagram, go ahead and tag me in your cozy workspace, whether it's at home or in the office. I know that there's limitations to in the office, but at home, you can definitely make this as cozy as possible, and at work you still can make it as cozy even with your limitations. So let's get into it. I'm done rambling. Let's get into it. So number one, you're going to pick a spot. You're probably like, Michaela, that's so obvious. Like, obviously you need to pick a spot. But the reason I say this is because not everybody has like a designated desk or a designated computer. For me, when I worked a 9-to-5, my job actually provided me with a laptop. I did work from home, but they provided me with a laptop, and I made myself so stationary. I would sometimes be like, I do not feel like sitting at the desk. And so I would move to the couch, which was nice that I had the freedom and flexibility to do that. But like my husband right now, he works from home and they provided him with everything, but it's not a laptop. It has to be stationary. He can't just move from spot to spot. So he has to stay in his one little spot, his one little area. So we picked a spot for him to work. We also picked a spot for me to work. For instance, for me, my desk is our apartment actually had like a built-in desk area, and so that is where I decided to put my stuff, just because like my office is my house. Honestly, I record in my little hobby space. I record a lot of the time me making coffee or me cleaning or just like kind of lifestyle based cozy vibes, and my apartment is kind of my whole office. So I took the little corner desk. My husband took our second bedroom as his office, and we do like kind of media stuff in there, and we have those designated spaces to work. Now he has a laptop and I have my iPad, so there are times where we'll come and we'll sit on the couch together and work, or I'll go in his office and work, or whatever. We can just kind of move around freely, which is totally fine when you work from home. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I definitely suggest picking a spot where when you go there, you're going to be productive. So when I sit on my couch, I don't think, let me work. When I sit on my couch, I think, let me watch TV, let me read a book, let me talk to whoever's in the room with me. Like, that's what I think about when I sit, that's what I think about when I sit on my couch. When I go to my desk, I don't think about, oh, let me watch a show while I'm here, or let me do like scroll on Instagram or whatever. I sit there and I know I'm doing something work related. So that's why I say pick a spot. If you are looking to create a hobby space, again, pick that spot. For me, I have this little space that you're seeing behind me. There's actually a wall in front of me as well. This was our little dining room nook space. It's not huge, so when we had the dining room here, it wasn't like it was like off to itself. You still can see into the living room and this open space. But this little nook corner space with the bay window and everything, this is where I read. I sit here in the morning to read my Bible. I will play video games like on my Switch here. I will read books when I'm not in a reading slump, and I will do a lot of things here, honestly. I love being in this little space. It's just one of those things that's like, I need to get away from my workspace, so let me go to my hobby space. And so I sit here a lot. And obviously I'm recording here as well, so there's that. But it's, again, just the thought of picking a spot. So you know when you go to that spot, this is what that's for. So that leads me into my second thing, giving your space purpose. Now, you probably have heard me say this before on other videos and other podcasts and all the things. It's one of the biggest things for me is to give a space purpose. I'm like, if you're going to function for me, you're going to have some type of purpose. And I don't think that there's any like part of my home that does not have purpose. I recently just I didn't redo, but like I added decor in our garage and a lot of people are probably like, what do you mean? Why did you do that? But my laundry space is in there. So my washer and dryer in there. I have a lot of like the things that I use to wash my clothes in there. And I was like, I'm tired of coming in here and it being junky. So I literally hung curtains on the wall. I put up a picture. I put all of our stuff into like these nice cream colored baskets. And I put a rug down in front of my laundry room or my laundry stuff. So when we pull our car into the garage, you see this like pretty corner for all of my, literally just my laundry. I even put a lamp in there because turning on, do we want to say it again? I think we should say it. The bright white lights when we're trying to be cozy are horrible. So if you've ever seen a garage light, you know that they're just so obnoxious and annoying and way too blue to be white, and it's just not fun. So I put a little lamp in there. So if I'm doing my laundry when the sun is down, I have that light on and I can walk in there and just feel peace and calm. So I just, I pick a space, I give my space purpose, I give my space like personality and everything. And that's just me. If you don't want to decorate your garage because it's a garage, don't do it. But that's just me. So I, again, pick my space and then I give it purpose, because if I give it purpose, then I know this is what, like, it signals to me, this is what I do when I sit here. I don't have to feel like, oh, maybe I can do this while I'm here or can do this when I'm here. It's literally just, this is my space where I work. My little corner in the wall that my apartment built in is where my computer sits. It's where I write contracts. It's where I write invoices. It's where I come up with creative ideas. This is where all of that stuff happens for my business. When I step away from that, even though my brain is still running, it's nothing like when I'm sitting there and doing the work. So, okay. My third thing is keeping it tidy. This might not seem like that big of a deal, but for me, if the space is a mess, so is up here. It just does not function right. It doesn't. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why, but when I get messed up in my space, my space is messy, there's too much junk, I have like bowls and cups and everything. When I go to work, it's like a no. I have to, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I usually will like tidy up before I sit down. That's just me. I know not everybody is like that, but for me, that is definitely necessary. And I just think that it's a good way to keep your house tidy in general. Even it's so funny because, so if you've seen my apartment tour, you kind of know the layout of my house, but my kitchen is like right here. Okay. And then my little bar area, it goes kind of around, and then there's like this little doorway right here to go back into the rest of my apartment. Right on the other side of that doorway is my little workspace. So when I have cups and glasses and all the things, I literally can just reach around the wall and stick them onto the countertop, which is so nice, and it's kind of lazy. I don't suggest it. I suggest actually going and putting them in the sink, washing them in the dishwasher, whatever. But like when I just need to sit down and work, I just take all of my cups, all the bowls, anything that needs to go in the sink, and put them in the sink. And then right on the other side of my desk is my bedroom door. So if I have like hair ties, or, you know, I took off my shoes like right there or whatever, I'll just throw it in my room. So I'm just kind of putting everything back where it's supposed to go. So that way where I'm sitting and where I am, it's nice and cozy. But it goes for the same way. If I'm going into the kitchen to cook, I don't like there being dishes anywhere, so I'll literally do all the dishes. So I'm not like just making a mess somewhere else. I know I will eventually get to it, but whatever is right in front of me, it has to be tidy. So I would just suggest keeping your space tidy as well. Same with your hobby space. You don't want to go into a hobby space and there be like a mess everywhere. You want to go into your hobby space to be able to like get ready to do a hobby. You don't want to go in there and then be like, oh, I need to clean up first before I start. Like, you know, I'm just giving a little mindset breather. That's just me. You can do whatever your little heart desires. The last thing is decor. Now, I told you that I decorated my laundry room. This is not for everybody. Not everybody needs to decorate their laundry room. Not everybody has to decorate their laundry room. And I could tell you the best way to decorate is with plants and keeping everything minimal and adding blankets and all the things, but that would be decorating like me. I say in your space, your workspace, whether it's at home, whether it's in the office, whether it's a hobby space, whatever it is, wherever you're going to try to be productive or have a space to recharge to be productive, make it you, because when it's you, then you feel more cozy, you feel more at home, you feel more likely to do things rather than being in somebody else's space. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when I go to my mom's house or my in-laws' house or a friend's house, I don't feel like I can do the same things. Maybe not my mom's house, but I don't feel like I can do the same things that I would at home. I can't cook the same because I don't know how to use their utensils the right way. I can't just turn on anything on the TV because I don't know what people want playing in their house and what they don't. Everybody has a different way of doing things, and when you don't feel like you're in a space where you can do what you need to do and do it well, then what's the point? So I would say make your space yours and make it as pretty as you want it to be or as minimal as you want it to be. The only thing I think I really have on my desk is a basket that holds all of my like little electronics. So little adapter pieces. It holds my camera or my Sony camera. It holds some chargers, like just this little basket. It's probably like this big. I got it from the Target dollar bins probably like a year ago at this point. And then I have my wedding bouquet of flowers, obviously. I used fake flowers in my wedding so I could have my bouquet forever, and so that's sitting on my desk as well. And then on my wall I have letters that spell out Club Cozy and some like little minimalistic pictures that I found at TJ Maxx. I think one of them is a coffee mug and another one is like a face, but it's like drawn with like lines. I don't know if that makes sense. And that's it. That's all I have on my desk. I like it that way because one, I like my space to be tidy, and so having all of this extra stuff up there is just not it for me. I think when I first moved in, I liked the look of having a lot of stuff, but it just really crowded my mind and I was like, I can't do this. No, thank you. So I did end up taking that like away and just kind of redoing that space. In my little hobby area, you can kind of see it's more eclectic. It has a little bit more personality and character. It has like little things, like you can see my personalized Funko Pops right there and my friend sign. I have on this side a Christmas ornament. It says I love New York, and it was just a cool memory. It was me and my husband's first time in New York together. We've both been before, but together. And it was around Christmas time, so it was the first time I was in New York for Christmas, and it was just really cool. So I have that, and it's just kind of like a little space for like memories and like things that I want people to see when they come over, and just give my house like a little bit more personality, you know? So I don't know, it just makes me feel good. I like sitting here. I like being in my workspace. I like being in my hobby space, and I would do the same thing if I was at work as well. Like I said, I know that there's restrictions, especially if you're like at a front desk job. I know a lot of times they don't want you to like wallpaper the wall that you're sitting at or have like this big statue or whatever. But if there's like any little thing that you can do, like maybe you have a mouse pad, or maybe they let you buy your own keyboard, so you buy like this really cute pink one or whatever, like I would make it a space where you're just like, this is mine, this is my space, I can do my work, and I can do my work well here. So I felt like that was a bunch of rambling. I am very proud of myself because I didn't really need a whole lot of notes. So that is what I would do for making my workspace cozy, making it me, making it a space that I want to be in. I absolutely love my workspace, and I absolutely love my hobby space, and I love my apartment. I love my home. I'm so thankful for it. I literally thank God every single day for it, because I am truly blessed to be able to live in such an amazing apartment. And it may not be amazing to everybody, but it's amazing to me. No, it doesn't have the newest hardware and cabinetry and floors and everything, and it's furnished by mostly Facebook Marketplace, but I honestly could not see it any other way. I love it. It just has so much character, and it's so me, and I feel so cozy living here and working here and doing hobbies here. So I want to be able to make sure that you're doing the same. I want to inspire you to do the same with your home, no matter where you are, no matter what you do for work, what you do inside your house, outside your house. Like, I want you to make sure that what you're doing, you can do it and do it well and cozy, of course, and making it fun. Because of course, making your space cozy is fun. It should be a fun thing. It shouldn't be a burden. And if it's a burden, don't do it, because I'm not here to put burdens on you. I'm here to make your life light. So anyways, I love you guys. I thank you guys so much for the amount of support that I've been getting on my podcast so far. My YouTube is growing like crazy. Spotify is taking off as well. I'm just so thankful and so happy and so blessed. Again, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. So I can't believe we are done with part 3 of the Cozy Girls Guide to Productivity. That's so crazy that we're already almost done. We only have 2 more to go. It's a 5-part series. So if you're new here, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, push all the buttons wherever you are, because it really helps this channel and podcast grow. It also lets YouTube know that you like this type of content, so it'll keep pushing this content to you, so that way you don't have to search too hard for me when it's time to watch another episode. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, week, morning, evening, and until next time, stay cozy. I will see you next week.